basically, pearls is a treatment that is awfully practical. We often think about a stool, three-legged stool that we kind of go sit on while we're with a patient. And the original study actually occurred in kind of a different context. Usually, we sit with a patient in the clinic, and here we are, we have this sort of doctor or counselor, patient. Pearls actually was studied in a different context, and I think it's informed sort of the spirit of it. This doesn't really look like it, but that's supposed to be somebody's home. Which tells you what? When you're in someone's home or the context where they are living, what do you see about them? You see who they are, and in what ways? That's exactly right.
How clean it is.
How clean it is.
Level of functioning.
Level of functioning. Yeah.
Their interests and activities.
Their interest in activities, all these things about the person. So we went out in the home actually and tried to deliver this treatment, and I think it really has informed the spirit of it, where even if you're not in the home, you certainly could be doing this treatment. There is this real spirit of trying to get very practical with the real issues facing a person in their day-to-day lives. Pearls has three main components, so there's three parts of the stool, and this is what you're going to master by the end of tomorrow. You really will. People walk out of these trainings knowing how to do this treatment, so it's not just a training where you get the workbook, put it on the shelf, and think, God, I'd do that if only I had consultation. So the three legs of the stool are PST, or problem-solving treatment. Some of you guys are here to really emphasize PST, and that's where we actually teach people the process of solving problems, which sometimes people knew how to do and kind of forgot as their mood got worse and worse and worse. And you know how depression kind of shuts down that creative problem-solving area of the brain. So we really teach that. Some people, I think, never really learned how to do it in the first place. So you're teaching those very practical skills. And we really emphasize how that can start to break this cycle of the link between depression and this pile of unsolved problems. And then there is, those of you who are, some of you might know this term, behavioral activation, or sort of behavioral treatments, activation treatments. The two other legs of the stool are these things where we're trying to get things in people's lives that will bring them experiences that protect them against depression. So these are pleasant events, are one thing. This human experience of pleasure turns out to be so important with depression and sadness. And so we try to actually teach people how to get that, even if small, into their lives. And then there's social and physical activation. All of this occurs, we call it on a floor of collaborative care. So you'll hear us talk about collaborative care throughout the study, where we really are collaborating with the system a patient is in. So if you're not doing it in somebody's home, this is what you'll probably really emphasize. You might be seeing them in their primary care clinic, and that's a context that you really want to work with and engage with when delivering pearls. How many of you actually are going to be in patients' homes? You will. It's about half the group. And how many will be in another setting that's important to the patient? Primary care, hospital setting where they're receiving other services? Okay, about half. Is anybody doing it in sort of a more isolated mental health setting? Like, that would be like my clinic, a clinic where it's just mental health services and that's it? Nobody. All right, so you're in the right place. This treatment is really designed to interact with the other places that a patient is. All right.